Hello there, in today's video I will show you how to have a blur effect using a camera manager. As you may know, the camera manager is this class that allows you to have all the camera control in an independent class. This case is what the bus and locomotion system is using for all the camera control. If you don't know how to use it, I will put a link on the description to the video where I show you how to implement the camera manager. So as you can see here, this options play camera manager is all we have for the camera settings. If we compare it with another camera, for example a camera actor or the cine camera actor, we have some other options for the camera settings like this ones. So for the camera actor we have this section called post process. That's what we're going to use. We're going to add a post process to edit it while we are using the camera manager, and for that we are going to create a dynamic material. So just make right click, go to material, create it, give it a name if you want, and the important thing is here on the material domain, change it to post process. That's all you need. Hit apply and save. And now on the bus and locomotion system or the current character that you have, I'm going to add a new component, a post process. As you can see, I already have it here. Just make a right click, and now on the begin play. By the way, I'm not using the marketplace version. If you're using the marketplace version, you need to add the event on begin play right here, just to don't interfere with the parent class begin play after the begin play just connected. Here what I'm going to do is create a dynamic material instance. It's very simple. Create dynamic material instance, and I'm going to select as the parent the material that I just created, this one, the one that is a post-process material. Just add it and add an option like name if you want. Now I need to have a variable as a reference to this current dynamic material instance. So just make right click, promote to variable, and that's going to automatically create a variable of the same type, and it's going to set it. The same thing for the camera manager, the current class that we have. Just get the player camera manager, this one, and make a guess to the current class that you are using. And the same thing, just promote to a variable, and we are going to use that variable on the event tick, because I want to edit the focal distance every frame. So get that variable, get the transform component, this one, and then get the world transform. Now make a right click and split stroke spin to get all the transform variables right here. And the idea is to spawn a line trace to get the focal distance. So for that, I'm going to spawn a line trace. It's very simple. This is line trace by channel, this one that I have right here. And I'm going to use the location as the start point. But then I need to get an endpoint, like the last thing that I want to see. So I'm going to get the forward vector using the rotation. Get forward vector, this one that I have right here. I'm going to multiply plus the value that I want for the view distance, and I'm going to add it to the current location as the endpoint. Just for testing, I'm going to spawn, I'm going to draw the line trace for one frame. Then just break tense and split this menu. Using the return value, it means that if I hit something or not, I'm going to select a vector. It's this one. So if I hit something, it's going to select A. If not, I'm going to select B. So if I hit something, I'm going to use the hit location. If not, I'm just going to use the location of this the camera manager, as you can see right here. And now I need to get the distance, because this is printing currently a vector. So I need to get the distance to set the focal distance later. So it's very simple. Just select distance. This result is going to be the V2, and the current transform of the camera manager is going to be the V1. So just like that, ignore this for now, because this is just because of the bus and locomotion system. But let's say that I have this just connected right here. And now for this, I need to get the post process and then get settings, this one right here. And from here, I can just get set members in post process settings. Now for the post process material, I'm going to get the variable that I set right here and just type for make wake blendable and just give it a stat, make array this one 0, and make this that I have right here. Okay, and just connect that to the set memories post process. Not necessary. I can just delete it. And here, as you can see, I have all the post process settings that I need. So the first option that I need is that one, the post process material. So if you hit this, the check mark, it's going to add it as a pin, and now you can add it. Now let me just close this, and I'm going to call out all just to search for the lens depth of field, and it's right here. So here I'm going to hit all this as a true just to edit now here on this node. As you can see right here, I have these 4 options. So just like that, I get the focal distance, what is the line trace hitting to set the focal distance. And I don't really know a lot of things about these other options, but these are the settings that work for me, at least for third person. Now if I test it, as you can see, it looks perfect. And now if I try to focus on something, the rest will be blur. So I can just spawn the pistol, or for example the rifle, and I have that effect. Okay, just like a lot of games. Now for the third person system, it's not something that I recommend. I think on games you want to focus on the character and also on the background, but I have some settings for that. Because I'm using the vessel locomotion system, I can set the view mode. But the way I have that on third person, you can just search for view mode on the class settings, is a variable, and set it as third person. So if I'm on third person, it means that I'm going to use this select float, and now instead connect this just right here. What I'm going to do is connect this right here. I'm going to make a select. If I'm on third person, if I'm is going to select the A. If not, it's going to select the B. If I'm the E is going to be the distance between the current camera and the mesh, the 3D model. Just the same, make a distance with the world location, and that's what I'm going to use as A. If the third person is true. But if not, I'm going to use the one that we just set up, the one that I have right here. And the same thing for the sensor width is another option that just the blur effect. If I'm on the third person, I'm going to select this value. If not, just this one, the B. These are the ones that look good for me, and also this one right here, but you can play with those options. And just like that. But if you ask me, I don't really recommend to have something set up for the third person, because well, on a game you want to see the character and also the background. Let's see that's an enemy you want to see it. But for third person, yeah, I totally recommend it. It's a small effect, but it really makes a difference on your games. But just be clear on what you want, because you can easily add a cine camera actor right here and have a more customized settings. You can just use a normal camera actor, but the advantage of this is having an independent class for all the camera control. That's all. But a lot of templates use it, so it's an easy way to have a deep effect. If you like it and it's all you need, perfectly, you can use it. So that's all for now.